Hi, my name is Dr. Pettis Perry. I'm a social scientist, an educator, and a teacher of possibilities. Today I need to have a very difficult conversation. It's called a courageous conversation in my world. I want to have this conversation with my white brothers and sisters in particularly. And I want to separate you into two groups. One, those who believe in we, who believe in at least having enough tolerance to allow people who don't look like you to not just survive, but to thrive. The other, for now, just call them the I group. You are so hell-bent on having things your way that you can't see what you are doing to everybody around you and why people are beginning to talk about you the way that we are. That's the group I want to talk to. To you, I want you to know I understand rage. By the time I was 11, I'd had enough trauma to have my world turned upside down when my family moved from a multi-ethnic community where I was treated as one of many to one block across a red line in which that community was segregated. So today I just want to be your mirror, because what you think of yourselves may not be how the rest of the world sees you. But whatever the deal is, it's about your behavior much more than what comes out of your mouth, which very often is disgusting and without any concern for the damage you are causing. I've spent a lifetime studying leadership. Leadership is the study of human behavior in groups. So since I was a kid, I've been observing what you and we all do. And I've checked myself. I've gone to those dark places where I began to exist because of the pain and suffering that I had been experiencing. But luckily, I found somebody who reached out a hand, gave me a poem that changed my life. So let's be real. You always want to be real, and you think that your version of the world is the right world, but it's really the white world and not the right world. Do you realize that globally you're really a minority? You'll never escape being a minority. You're just pissed off because you came to a place that invited you in and committed genocide. Hundreds of millions of bodies lay in the wake of people who want to dominate other people and to treat them poorly so that they can maximize their wealth and feeling good about themselves. The first thing you do when you want an enemy is you find a way to demonize them. And at every turn, no matter how good people are, you demonize them. That's you. That's not us. When you just pull somebody over because you don't like the way they look, that's not on them. That's on you. And you need to start owning the damage that you have been causing to not just those of us who were born and raised and live in this country, but globally. Because you take what you want without regard to the harm that you cause. That's the truth. And if it isn't, just refute it. Put the facts on the table. You created a burden for yourselves called the white man's burden, where you justified colonization. That wasn't on the people that lived in the places that you went and took their people and their resources. You're still doing it. We had a good economy in the United States. Wasn't perfect. The way we live together isn't perfect, but it was much better than what we have now. Because what you are doing is what you have been doing and have been denying that you were doing it. So let's stop with the games. You separate yourself from the rest of us. We're not separating ourselves from you. You are the only group, my white friends, who don't have to learn how to live in a bicultural environment. The only group. The rest of us do. And guess what? We learn some pretty cool things that you miss out on because you choose to hate rather than to join and help us create what the founders talked about as from many, one. We've been trying. We've been asking and working towards and demanding that you just respect us as your equals. But you refuse to do it. We have people in power now who say they take pleasure in watching the pain that they are causing. That has nothing to do with the people who are being harmed and everything to do with you. So stop running around like you're the innocent people and everybody's trying to harm you, because we're not. We're just trying to live next to you. And don't try to tell me that stuff doesn't exist, because I've seen it firsthand. You've tried to destroy me at every turn. Every turn. When all I've wanted to do was to help create a better society. So I walked into it authentically. I've done everything that I possibly could to know what I know. But you think the dumbest white person is smarter than me. That shows your ignorance. That's not about me. So I'm extending a hand. I've got 7 webinars that I'm making available beginning December 4th. And I'm doing everything I can, as I always have, to try to create a better society for all of us. But for that to happen, we need you to stop playing these games, hurting people, just so that you can feel better about yourself. Because you know what? You didn't create this country. You did not create it. We created it in the wake of the harm that you produced when you set foot on these shores. Hundreds of millions of people have died so that you could have what you want. You don't give a damn about people who don't look like you. That's the problem. We try to understand you, and don't come back at me like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I do. I do. I study you. You just ignore me, see me as my color, know nothing about me, and try to bring harm to me. When people like me teach you so that you can get your next job. I'm not your enemy. I'm your countryman. I am a patriot. And I've done everything I can think of as a patriot, as a citizen who cares, as a citizen who wants peace, as a citizen who wants the opportunity to thrive without your bullshit. So please, Just stop. You are not what you think you are. At least not in my eyes. This country is your mirror. People are your mirror. You create harm so that you can control and create more harm. So let's stop. It's time for you to become woke. Maybe your anxiety levels and your anger and your frustration would subside because you wouldn't see everybody who doesn't look like you or behave like you or want exactly what you want. Just stop. We're all contributors. Stop upsetting the apple cart. We built that apple cart, not you. And all you do is take. So stop taking. Join the rest of us so that we can bring peace to this country. And we can create an environment where everybody has the opportunity to not just survive, but to thrive. We're better than what we're showing the world today. We always have been. You just don't want to move over. You see us replacing you. We're not replacing you. We're doing things you don't want to do, up to and including trying to find ways to have a civil society. Just stop. Your greed is killing all of us. When this ship goes down, we all go down. So this is my best attempt to just extend a hand of friendship, or at least civility. Let's end the anger. It's based on something that doesn't exist. Race doesn't exist. It was manufactured to justify white supremacy and dominance. That's a fact. You can't erase that history. Maybe if you knew a little bit more about oral traditions, maybe you would understand that. But you know what, folks? We all want the same things. At least those of us who want peace. Those of you who are so angry and frustrated, where all you want is revenge. Think about that. That's you. That's not us. We don't want to be the subject or the object of your revenge. We're just trying to get by as best we can to create meaningful lives for ourselves and our families. That's all we want. I don't want to be a gazillionaire. I just want enough where I can not just do the things that I want, be able to travel a little bit. But no, you got to have it all. You got to make that impossible for me. There are people that have more money than they will ever be able to spend. But it's not enough. It's not enough. You got to have more. And every bite you take leaves less for the rest of us. You are intentionally creating harm. Intentionally. That is your reflection. And you know what? You can't outrun your shadow. So we will be your reflection. All we want is peace. We just ask that you stop the games and join us. Be part of the family rather than some manufactured something that you can't even explain or know why you believe it. Other than that's what you've been told. That's how you've been raised. You weren't born mean. You were made mean. Own that one. Own that one. So please, let's take this opportunity. We're at a crossroads to do the right thing. Make the right turn so that we can all thrive. There's too much wealth available in this country and the world. We just have a handful of greedy people that want it all. and want to make it so impossible for the rest of us to live that all we can think about is surviving. And you'll learn about that if you come to my webinars beginning December 4th. So this is my message to the world. I don't know how else to try to reach you. But what's in your head is not what's in my head. And what you think you're going to do is not what I think you're going to do. Because right now, we'll make the 250. The only question is how much more beyond 250 do we go as a country? And that's not on us. That is on you, haters. So take that one and just mull it over for a while. But please don't come back with hate mail. Just because you can't reconcile what's going on in your brain. So, I hope you have a wonderful day today, my brothers and sisters. Because I accept you. And I know the people, the we people, thank you. Thank you for standing up and calling BS BS. We have needed you. We have needed you. What we have has happened in part because of those who came before you to help us. Thank you. Thank you.